Hey everybody, it has been a while, but the brand new beta for the brand new TEW game, TEW IX, just dropped a couple of days ago. Full version is dropping later this week. And what way to better kick off when all we have is the default Cverse right now? There's not a lot of mods, and with all the changes to the game, I think those are going to take a little while. Then we're going to do a good old TCW save with my favorite company in the Cverse. Um, it's only jumped forward to 2022 this time. So there's some changes, but not quite as many as maybe in the last version. Um, but I still think there's some differences with the company and just some of the pieces you'll see are in different places, and I think that makes things interesting. And I definitely got some cool ideas. Um, I am not going to go over all the changes in the game or all the changes in the Cverse at large. There are tons of videos out there already that break it down in great detail, that do it better than I could. But I am going to have this video kind of set us up, and we're going to go over the roster a little bit, go over the creative, just kind of the basics real quick. Not a super long video, but yeah, get hyped. When you were seeing this, I should have another couple episodes already in the bank, ready to go. And yeah, let's do some cool stuff. I'm first going to start off with the product. Pretty much the same. I don't think anything is different here. Face heel divide, yada yada yada. Awesome. So out of that, we'll go to where should we start? So I think the first thing we should start with is the rules and the goals for the game, actually, before we dive in. This series, I kind of am setting a couple rules for myself and then a couple goals. Just kind of keep things interesting, keep things moving along. Initially, I'm going to allow myself to sign one person right off the bat, just to kind of make things a little bit different than some other saves might be. And then every year that we play, hoping to, I kind of have, know this is going to sound crazy because it just came out, but I kind of have like a 3-year idea for how this could all go. Um, I don't know if we'll ever get to that point, guys. I'm just going to be honest, but that's definitely what I kind of have as the end goal in mind right now. We'll add 2 people. We can increase 2 roster spots essentially every year. And a tag team will count as 1 roster spot. Um, and I can recruit people at any popularity level. This is just like, okay, 2 times a year, if a great tag team or a great singles worker is up for grabs, I can go put a bid on them and grab them. Um, Other than that, any people who leave the company, I can replace them, like replace their spot, but it has to be somebody within 10 popularity of the worker that I'm replacing. So let's say I lose a jobber, I can't replace him with Rocky Golden or something like that. It's just not going to work. Um, Other than that, some of the goals I have, and you can see I'm on Tuesday of the first week, about to book the first show. Um, but on the like when the game populates, one of the first stories is that the network is not happy with TCW's ratings. So my short-term goal is going to be stabilize the ratings, and beat SWF twice in the first 3 months of TV. So that's kind of that little beta period we have right now, where the game runs January to March. Medium term, I'm going to get 4 of my under 30 um, wrestlers. I kind of have a list of the ones that I kind of want to push the most, up to well known and star level. And then long term, be number 1, baby. Think we've been waiting a couple game versions to see if USPW ever gets overtaken, and they never have. So here is our chance, guys. All right, let's go ahead and dig in. Let's go to the roster first, I think. I think that'll work. Hopefully this doesn't spoil the 1 roster signing, who I may have already done. No, I was smart and filtered them out. Also, I am using the controversial, somewhat liked, somewhat not liked, the real life pictures on here. It's something different. We know when I play with mods and all that other stuff, I will probably revert to the more traditional style ones just because they blend in better, and I know not everybody's going to be able to make stuff like this for their added content and things like that. But yeah, not really sure where I fall on him. I kind of like him, kind of don't. There's pluses and minuses to everything. But Aaron Andrews, he has been here for 15 years, I'm pretty sure, because he started here. Um, Still kind of the ace of the company. If you look at his popularity, I'm pretty sure he is still our most popular worker. Not a champion, but our most popular. And the other thing you're going to notice about the TCW roster guys is not as many of those old guys that I think we were all hoping to kind of send off into the sunset are gone. A lot of them are still here. But we do have some interesting new guys, so we'll kind of get into them too. Two of the guys who have been here for a while, Bart Biggins, Benny Benson. His partner, Flying Jimmy Fox, is still around too. They're still a tag team. But here's a new one, Bradford Peveril. Not really young, but definitely some new blood. Kind of a mid-card guy. I think it even says in here that he's probably too old to become a major star for them. He's got enough left in the tank that he could certainly put together at least one run as a significant mid-card presence. Probably how we're going to use him. He'll win some, he'll lose some. But definitely somebody different we can get in there, and I'm pretty sure he is face. Still getting used to the new UI, guys. Bear with me. Bradley Blaze. I think this is the most exciting hire that they have, or new hire that they have. I signed him a lot in TEW 2020 when I played as TCW, because, I mean, he was just a great fit. And as you can see here, one, his popularity, I think, is roughly the same. I don't think he's really gone up anything or lost much. But his skills are much better, I think, this time around. I feel like his star quality last time was rough, like in the 40s or something. So having this skill set with a 73 pop is going to be pretty sick, especially at 28 years old. He could be somebody that we're using for a long time. Brent Hill's back behind the scenes. Chance Fortune and Daryl Devine both still kicking. Cannot believe it. Chance Fortune is 42, but I mean, his stats aren't terrible. Like, his psychology and his stamina aren't bad, but I mean, what is he really bringing to the table? Charles Hapstander, still one of our refs. Chris Flynn, he's I think he won the television championship at some point along in between, the games. Not really doing a whole lot right now. Not sure I have anything for him right off the bat, but I definitely have some. I definitely don't want to have him just kind of sit and do nothing, which is what I did a lot with him in TEW 2020. I am going to butcher this, and I apologize. Daigo Goya. He and his tag team partner, Masa Tochi Kamamura. They are both graduates from the PGHW dojo system. They're on Excursion in TCW. And they're a tag team. Definitely have some good skills, but I mean, they're 22 years old and 21 years old. They're gonna kind of be jobbers for a while, unfortunately. This guy, Dazzling Dave Diamond. He was too old to even have on the company in TW 2020, because right here, 39 to 47 stamina. That is, you can't do anything with that. But believe it or not, I actually have some big plans for him. His contract is coming up shortly, but yeah, I have some plans for him. Gonna try and rush through these a little bit faster, guys. Dean Daniels still been around. Doc Hammond still around, still in the syndicate. Dominic Rizzoli is a new hire. He is the former Dominic DeGraff, hired by TCW, and he is now in a tag team with the one and only Nick Booth, who's still in the company. He is 27 years old now. Definitely getting some stats and better, just all around. Star quality still okay, but I mean, we're definitely going to do some stuff with him going forward. Duke Freeman, he was in the dojo system, or the developmental system in TCW 2020. I don't think I ever really called him up, and if you look at the stats here, you can kind of see why. But I mean, his fundamentals aren't bad, so he could grow. Eddie Chandler and Nate Johnson, the elite, they're still there. Not members of the syndicate, though. At some point along the line, them and Chris Flynn were booted, and there's all new members of that, which we'll get to in just a second. Elliot Thomas, still here, still about the exact same popularity as he was 2 years ago, not doing anything. All right, here's one of the other new people they brought in that I am very excited for. Flint Slater. He is the Rottweiler. He's a former MMA star. But he was brought in, and now he's the heavy of the syndicate. He's the new member. And he's been treated like a star, it says. And he has a really strong start to his career, and we may have unearthed a real gem. If you look at his popularity, he's already up to 63, and he's pretty young still. Pretty decent, like, fundamentals and basics and stuff. But, so you can see here, it's psychology, technical, and brawling, and those are still pretty broad. We'll have to see how he turns out, but I do definitely have plans for him. Floyd Goldworthy, still managing the exact same two people you think he would be managing. Freddie Huggins, somebody who left in a lot of TCW 2020 saves. He is still kicking, and he actually has a new stable, which I think will not surprise a lot of people who is in it. But the fact that he is tag team champion right now with one and only Matt Hocking, who is now married to Laura Catherine Huggins. They are in the main event. They are Team H2O, I'm pretty sure it's called. They're in the stable with Roger Grimus. Not sure about this render. But yeah, he's somebody I didn't do a whole lot with last time around, but I will probably definitely do more of. Maybe not, a huge push to the top, but definitely more like a Chris Flynn, where I'm not just going to let him go to waste. Greg Gage. I think the only real difference with Greg Gage this time around is he is a face, but still killing it. Not as big a popularity as you would hope. Human Arsenal still around. Jasmine Saunders still announcing. Jason Azaria still announcing, but his skills have gone down quite a bit. His play-by-play is 70 to 78, and in a shocking note, Sean Dokes is actually better than him at play-by-play now. So Jason Azaria is going to be our interview guy. Yeah, shocking. Jay Cord, he is the champion for the second time in 2020 or 20 TEW IX. Now here in 2022 in the Cverse. Here's somebody I think a lot of people might have called up in TEW 2020. Jalen Martins. Not only has he been called up at the end of 2021, but he is now a member of the syndicate. He is going to, he's going to get a rocket strapped to him. The skills are primary and mental, not great. Fundamental and physical, pretty solid. And that star quality at 79. He's ripped. He could definitely do some damage going forward. Jeremy Courtney, why? Joel Bryant still backstage. Joshua Taylor, 39 years old. He's just kind of going to be our good match guy. There's not much else he brings to the table. It's kind of all he's brought to the table, I feel like, in all the iterations that he's been in. Killer Shark, what do we do with this guy? I feel like he's gotten worse since the last time we saw him, or he just hasn't gotten any better, and I was blind how bad he was last time. I mean, the stamina's terrible. Bad. Kyle Rhodes, that's us. Laura Catherine Huggins, still there. Mark Speed, still there. Still kind of in the exact same place he was before. The coolest tag team signing, I think, Marvel Malloy and Storm Spillane. They are the American Cobras. They are really good, as you can see by the stats. Really good. And we're definitely going to be doing some stuff with them. Maverick, again, he's another why are you still here? Something I've seen on the forums a lot and stuff is one of the most surprising things is that A lot of people thought Mighty Mo would either finally get a push or he would not get a push and he would jump ship to SWF or somewhere else looking for one. Neither of those things has happened. He is, I think, less pop, like a point or two less than he was in the last game. He is the TV champion, though. So, we definitely got big plans for Mighty Mo. We are not going to let him jump ship. I don't know if we're going to catapult him straight to the top, but definitely got big plans for Mighty Mo. A one-man army still here. Let's see his skills. Honestly, out of the older guys, he's got the best skills. That stamina, especially the fact that he's 44 and has that good of stamina, is just insane. Quentin Queen, he's pretty cool, man. He's got some good skills. All right, star quality, not great, but he could definitely be like a mid card guy for like a long time in the save. Maybe even win like a TB title or something. Another one that I think a lot of people thought would leave or retire, Sammy Bach. Not only is he still with the company, he won the World Heavyweight title in 2020. Yep, he finally won the big one. Skills are not doing great. Stamina's still doing all right. Safety, the fundamentals are still there. This is just not looking great anymore, but we're not going to let go yet. I think he's still got a couple years on his contract. Another developmental call-up from 2020, Seth Whitehead. He's got some interesting stats on here. I think he could be almost like an Ernest Youngman type. I will tell you one of the things that I did already go ahead and do is tell a few workers to change their body type. So Seth Whitehead was one that improved, so he's going to be jacked when we are done. When he's done with that. Kind of the Mighty, probably our third or fourth. Why are you still here? This is pretty cool how they show this breakdown instead of the old one. I definitely pay attention to it more now. As you can see, it says up here his knees are bad. It's reflected here, but still that good, like mic skills and stuff. So we will definitely get our use out of Tatana, and 63 pop still, like, not bad. The man of the hour, T-Bone Bright, Mr. King of Kings 2021, Mr. In a Feud with the one Wolf Hawkins. Spoiler alert, he's still here. Look at these skills though, man. Like, he is doing good. Good star quality. Great mic skills. Decent psychology at this point. Good brawling. Great fundamentals. He's the man. He's got some big plans in his future. Mass Mauler 7? Honestly, never knew any of the other 6 versions in the Cverse, but I think he came from New York, NCW, or whatever that is. I don't know. Pretty raw, young. We'll see. The skills don't look great. Fundamentals are just kind of okay too, so we'll see if he develops. Titan, him and Killer Shark were that tag team. I was like Floyd Gold, where he's managing exactly who you think they are. Troy Tornado still wrestling, but probably other than One Man Army, probably got the best stuff just because that psychology is really good. He's still got really good basics and safety. Stamina is definitely declining though. And last but definitely not least, Andrew Wolf Hawkins. Just kind of the GOAT. A little bit less popular than Aaron Andrews, but I mean, those skills still at 36 years old are like the consistency, 97, stamina, 99 still, technical, 88, psychology, 96, 100, 100, 100 on experience, respect, and reputation. Great star quality, pretty good charisma and all that stuff too. Good brawling. Not terrible aerial, honestly. Like, better than a lot of the older aerial guys that, we have on the roster. But yeah, that's the roster. Definitely going to try and rush through this because I think we are almost at 20 minutes at this point. Titles. Champions, I think I went over them, but T-Bone won the King of Kings. Mighty Mo is the television champion. Jay Cord, the world heavyweight, and H2 Woe, the tag teams. And we'll probably go like more in depth in the lore and like some of the changes in the game, like the actual like gameplay as we go. Um, After I wrap up this kind of brief overview of the company, I will kind of give you a breakdown of how the episodes are going to look too. Teams, we definitely got some better tag teams than last time, but still a weak spot in the division or in the company. Benny and the Fox, Divine Fortune, the Elite, the Behemoths, all still there. We have the imports from oh my god, Pride Glory on excursion. We have the H2O, who are the champions, and we have the American Cobras, who are really exciting. Then that Bruisers tag team, which is Nick Booth and Dominic Rizzoli, the new hire. Stables. The main event in the Syndicate. No more Sinner Society. No idea what happened. Doc Hammond's still in the Syndicate, but other than that, we just got Flint Slater and Jalen Martins. Big, big, big plans for these guys. Main event, they're going to kind of stay where they are on that mid card, but they are definitely going to be a big part of that mid card. Creative, fun stuff. Franchise players, they are exactly who you would think they would be. Next big things, maybe not. This is going to be one of the challenges of the roster. Just like in 2020, Jesus. 2020, not a whole lot to develop here. Quentin Queen and Seth Whitehead are our best, but both say not, a good chance of selling out arenas and drawing millions of dollars. Hot prospects better. Nick Booth, Doug Freeman, surprising. Jalen Martins, Quentin Queen, and Seth Whitehead. Basically, all our young guys are on there, which is good. Talk the talk. Sammy Bach still the man. Wolf Hawkins almost as much the man. Jay Cord, Aaron Andrews, Mighty Mo. Showstoppers, exactly who you would think it would be. Ring Generals, swap Sammy Bach out for Joshua Taylor, but still pretty much who you would think it would be. Hot as the exact same people that we kind of talked about. Flint Slater, he's on a tear because he just came in as the MMA crossover. T-Bone, King of Kings, and then our three guys in their prime. Who is not hot? I haven't even seen this. Nobody. And Hidden Gems, I'm not really going to hire any of these, but if anybody wants to take a look at those. Mitchell Aldred is the former architect. I hate that name, though. I'm not going to lie. Commentary team, as I said, Sean Dokes, I swapped him out. It's just better. Just better. Just trying to get all the points I can right now. Finance, we start out with 10 million. Events and TV is the exact same. Contracts, nothing really notable, even worth showing in there right now. Size, we're sitting at 75. I did do a couple of things. So as far as broadcasting, I got us a Canadian deal with Canada One Choice for pay-per-view and Maple Leaf Sports. Both are late night deals, but got to get into Canada while I can. Develop. Let's see who we got. Amazing Al Moran and Pretty Paul Story. They, like it says, they're really raw, but they have some pretty decent fundamentals and physicals. We will see. James Carter, he looks like the one. He is going to take a while, but I mean, Jesus, you look at those, but that star quality is still not great, but man, he could be a big one. This guy, I've never seen him before. He's not our tribal chief or anything like that. Joey Philly, kind of think it was a joke that he was Roman Reigns in the last TEW, but still in developmental, only 21. Could definitely advance. Mean Machine 2, not sure what's going on with him. Good star quality, but everything else is pretty rough. But he's only 19. Warlord Fear and Warlord Hate are the they're children of Lords of War and Demons of Rage, grandsons. Brad is the grandson of Warlord Agony, and his partner, who is this guy, is the grandson of Warlord or Demon Anger. So yeah, one of the most exciting talked about young duos in wrestling. Yeah, they got pretty decent stats here, but again, man, all of our prospects are, other than, I mean, all of them, yeah, are just really raw. So that none of them are coming to help us out anytime soon. What else can I show without spoiling anything? I don't really think there's a whole lot else we need to show. Um, as I was saying before, we'll kind of go through and do some of the new stuff, talk about the new changes to the game as we go. That being said, I think the game plan for the actual episodes, we will start with. See, I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring that out. I haven't booked more than one show so far with the new kind of setup and the new creative energy and all that stuff. I think you guys might want to see stuff like that. So I might end up splitting that, doing that, then, you know, cutting it, booking the show, and then splicing those together. And then maybe doing a little like after too and talking about the results, or might kind of tack that on to the beginning, talk about the previous happenings of the week, go in, do our like creative meeting and all that stuff, cut, book, come back, and I'll do the show for you guys. But thanks for watching, y'all. We're at past 25 minutes at this point, so I'm gonna hop off. But yeah, can't wait to get the series started, and should have the next episode out a couple days after this one. Thanks.